I'm Sky Bravo, and we're here with Latasha, who is an incredible multi-hyphenate artist working in Web3. How would you define yourself?
I like to say I'm a music artist and a world builder.
A world builder. Okay, cool. So I think one thing that I think about a lot when you're coming from this angle as a multi-hyphenate artist, right? Do you like struggle to define yourself or like move in between mediums? Is it really fluid for you, or like what is your creative process of even of like coming to that definition of yourself as an artist?
That's such a good question because I'm literally thinking about that right now. I literally don't know. I kind of flow in and out of things. I guess it is flow. I flow in and out of things just regularly. And honestly, when I try to control shit, it does not work well for me. So I just kind of like let what my energy and the calling is calling for. Like, for example, right now I was supposed to be working on music this whole month, and then I got a call to come out here to Denver. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm on my speaking game right now. And I'm just kind of like letting the universe kind of tell me where to go and what to do and who to be with, et cetera, et cetera.
I love that. I feel like that we talked a little bit about this in the call beforehand, but that there's like this, there's a like a hold on loosely intentionality or something where you have to in this space be both like you know your roadmap, or you know like where you want to go ish, sort of. But the space is changing so fast, and the opportunities are changing so fast, and like in that landscape, there is a need to not hold on too tightly. So how do you balance that, with all of the changes in the space, all of the price fluctuation? I guess how do you navigate that, the changes through the space, the sort of psychological aspect of working in something that's so kind of cutting edge, or wants to be reinventing the system the system of distributing art?
I think about the bigger picture often. I think that's at the ultimate place for me. I often don't even try to think about the technology or what's happening. I think often about just the art and just the people, because that is the most important part to me. I think that's what makes the technology even work, is the people and the art, right? And so, yes, I'm very grateful that oftentimes the technology does find me and meets me, but it's not like I'm out there like looking for it or enforcing it to work with what I do. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's okay. I am a big fan and believer that if you have the like direct, bigger picture goal of yourself, all the things will come to you that you need to like make that thing happen will come. And crypto, luckily, and Web3, luckily, was one of those things that came to me that allowed me to get evolved in my bigger picture, which is ultimately to be an incredible artist, a balanced artist, a person that could meet the masses and connect with the masses, right? And luckily, I was looking for different avenues of revenue and different ways to connect with more people. And beautifully enough, during the pandemic, when I thought everything was over, Web3 came with my beautiful partner, Ja, who told me about it. And I was like, oh, lit. This is what we was looking for. And I kind of live my life like that. The thing that I just kind of ask the question, and sometimes it gets frustrating because I'll ask the question a lot. But I'll ask the question and then I'll just kind of wait for the answer to come, and it always does.
Tell me about the waiting process. Do you, from an outside perspective, from an objective perspective, it's like there is this like unshakable confidence that I see, or that I interpret, even when you are sharing something that's a little bit more vulnerable, or like you said something the other day about we don't mother ourselves enough, right? So where is that line for you? Because I know personally, what you're putting out is not always what you're feeling, right? So how are you navigating that throughout all of this and keeping yourself? Because what do you do to keep yourself on that edge and not kind of fall back or like be afraid of the world or be afraid of the tech? How do you keep going?
I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm not like, I'm a human being, right? So I'm going to be afraid of a lot of shit. But at the root of it, it doesn't stop me from trying things. I was afraid to be a musician. I was afraid to perform on stage. I was afraid of almost everything that I've tried. And I just don't let it stop me from trying it or doing it, right? I was super afraid of crypto and tech and what this space could be to people. And I was like, if I'm afraid of it, I got to do it. That's like my ultimate rule. And so in between time, like those like waiting periods, those periods of fear, et cetera, I really create routine. Like that's what keeps me in my flow and allows those answers to come quicker. So routine could look in a lot of different ways. I don't even call it routine all the time. I call it ritual, but I create the ritual of meditating every day and journaling and working out and connecting with people weekly and connecting with myself and spirituality, and just kind of create systems for myself so that I'm prepared for when that answer comes, you know? Because sometimes I found back in the day when I was like looking for this thing, I was like, I'm looking for this money for this production and trying to make this happen, and all I was worried about was the money. I didn't prepare for the actual production. And so by the time the money came, I'm scrambling to figure out what the production is. Like, what is this thing that I'm trying to produce? I was so caught up with getting this money. Why didn't I just think about the thing I was producing? So I sit with now in those space times to really sit with the thing that I really care about, and then let the answers come to me.
That's cool. So when you say answers come to you, I'm curious about your listening process. You know, and your I see this in your performance, right? And I've seen it in some of the videos that I've seen online, where you said there's one in particular where I'm thinking of where you go, hold on, I'm getting something. And you just took a second, and it was like the music was over, the music stopped, everybody had clapped. I think it was So Far Sounds, right? You said, hold on, I'm getting something. You took a second, you centered yourself, and then you let yourself be a channel, be free in that way. I'm curious about how you've developed your listening process. Were you scared to right? Like that's a big thing when you're like, what does listening mean to you? You know, where does it start? Where does that process start with you, and where are you just getting out of the way?
Oh, well, you're asking real questions. Great.
I'm super curious.
No,
I'm
I love
super
that.
curious. I've seen you flip the switch, and I've seen it on video, and I've seen it in person, and I think that that's something that people just don't. You cannot understand the power that you bring, unless you can see that, and go, oh, because it's how you're living your whole thing. It's how you're doing the whole thing. And I see it in the way that you're building and creating space for other people. There's no way that you're coming up with this idea and you're like, you know what I mean? Like planning it out every step of the way. It's like there's like divine inspiration in it. You know, it's like bigger than you. That's what I see. So I don't know. I guess are we still rolling? Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess yeah. What does listening mean to you, and where does that start?
I believe that I'm a co-creator of my existence. I believe that, yes, my life is bigger than me, for sure. And I believe that I'm a vessel or a channel for something way beyond myself. That could be higher source, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, something. And I believe that every step of things that I do is connected to that thing, even down to doing this interview right now. And so listening to me is a gut emotion. It's not always in word. It's just sometimes in the action. Sometimes it comes in word too. And I've always been that kind of person, to be very in tune with space and energies. And, you know, as a kid, I used to like be in tune with a lot of different energies beyond just like physical energy. I'm really connected with like different energies around me. And yeah, spirit.
Tell me, come on now. You can't, don't say, oh yeah, different energies. Take me there. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Web3 is ready for these answers.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't use this
No,
part.
this
If
is
it's
all
not
good.
like, but it's like,
I love
I'm
this.
so serious.
I think this is beyond
feel-
Web3 though, right?
I think, here's the thing though. I think it is Web3. I think that like this room that we're in, if you're watching this, I feel like that's the, right? We're looking for this experience, this shared experience. And there's something that feels psychic to it.
Yeah,
right?
it
Like, it's like, oh my God, you can't say the word you can't say the word psychic, you can't say the word God. You know, like don't say it that way. And it's like you can barely even say universe. You know what I mean? It's like almost too like woo-woo or abstract.
Yeah.
But that creation, and when you get here's something. NFT NYC 2021. You said photo shoot, right? And then the people who showed up, just the buzz of energy. And it was a lot of time that, for me, it was the first time that I had been around so many creators in the space in real life. And it was not like, oh, I'm waiting in line to go for, you know, get my badge for something or whatever. You know, it was like, oh, people are in it. Like, you have to be so weird. You have to go through so many hoops to get to this space. So it's like you have to have lost.
Yeah.
Something at a certain point to have gotten to any part. And it's like lost the explanation of trying to explain it to your family.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's Web3. I think it's the evolution of people. I think it's the evolution of mindset. I think it's the evolution of where we want to go and how we want to live our existences. And Web3 is a part of that, I think. I think a lot of components are a part of that, but I think Web3 is one of those components that are a part of that evolution that we're witnessing peoples be in. I like to say we're all kind of mutating into this new existence. We're all X-menning right now, you know what I mean? And we're finding our superpowers and we're working with those superpowers. And Web3 is just a tool for those superpowers to evolve and do better things. And when I throw events or connect with people or put people in the same space together, like the NFT fan photo shoot, what I'm actually asking is for people to come with their superpowers and connect with each other on those levels, you know? Because what we have here are some of the most incredible next level individuals that are thinking about the future of the world without even thinking about the future of the world. And so, yeah.
Take me back to when you were, so childhood, right? When because I think it's a very frightening experience to give yourself over in the way that you do. So it happened for you in childhood. You were connected to something like that in childhood, or how did it evolve for you as an adult, or was it already like, did you already have confidence in that sort of ability? That it transcended your like the normal like kind of adolescence, or did you come back to it and go?
I
What was
grew
your
up-
story? Yeah.
I grew up in a really spiritual home. To protect my family, I'm not going to go too deep into like
Sure.
who they are and what they've done, but I grew up in a very spiritual space, and a lot of that equated to me connecting with different energies, from spiritual energies to energies within people or attached to people and things of that nature, and having to know how to work with those energies and helping people through that. Not intentionally either, just like kind of just seeing that. I think we all have energies that we're attached to, or energies that just stay with us. Spiritual energies beyond energies, you know? And like through existence, I've just kind of learned how to work with those energies and utilize them for my performances, not other people's energies, but my own energies. Utilize them for performance and art, because I think they all have messages that they want to share. I've also had like a very interesting connection with like the next life, and had a lot of people pass in my life that were connected to my creativity. And so I always feel like I have like spiritual energies protecting or working with my creativity. So yeah, I just feel like I'm really well balanced in having both grounded human connection and support, and having something beyond that. And I don't think I would be a creative if I didn't have that beyond connection. I don't think I would be able to do all the things I do if it wasn't for that beyond connection. I know that everything that I'm doing is because there's another force there supporting it. I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Perhaps you love freedom and Bitcoin and magazines. Maybe you should check out Bitcoin Magazine, your source for all the news about Bitcoin. Celebrate freedom today.
All right.
This guy is so funny.
Dude, I want to feel cool.
You are cool. When you do that, it's not cool.
You don't know. You don't know. You're not sitting out there. You can't see me. It could look really cool out there. It's not bad. Okay. All right. I would like, did we already clap?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I got two. I would like what's the 60-second version of Tosh 55?
Oh, okay. The 60-second version of Tosh 55 is a channel for me, a channel for you. Not even 60 seconds. That's it.
Okay, tell me about Topia then.
Topia is a platform for you to discover and to connect with each other.
Okay, how deep does the rabbit hole go here? Are you like in, what is this? What is this that you're building? How deep are you in it?
So
is it like I'll make a Twitter and like, you know, people follow it, or
no, Topia is getting raised right now, so we're in the raising phase and kind of like utilizing my platform Tosh 55 to case study what Topia is going to utilize and do for people. So Tosh 55 is a channel for me and a channel for you. And it's an opportunity to put everything that I've been doing into one house, and also connect people to my teams that have been supporting me and doing things with me. And then eventually what that's going to look like is other artists will have their own channels for themselves to connect with the worlds, and have teams that they correlate with to build those worlds out for them too. So it's a big world building space.
It's a big world building space.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do know more, but I feel like also I have so much excitement around anything that you're building that it's hard for me I feel like I just need to experience it.
Yeah.
I just have all my imaginations about what it could.
That's always what it is, though. You just
Yeah.
have to experience it.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
No, I'm just a big person about experience.
Tell me about this. You built some of the coolest experiences
Thank you.
at any of the crypto conference thing, any of the crypto conferences, that's the word that I'm looking for. Any of the crypto conferences, you build really, really thoughtfully.
Thank you.
Space for people, where they come in and you're just like the last, maybe it wasn't the last NFT NYC, I don't know. But there was an ice cream truck, there's like, there's you can get waffles, like it was like it was basically like Disneyland.
I love that.
You're making and it feels experiential, and what does experience mean for you, and what drives you to want to create experience? And also, it's like a 12-part question. Like, take me to the moment. Like when you're building an experience, like poof, and you're like, I want to go there.
I never have a moment until after the whole thing is finished. So to be real with you, I'm just in it, and we're going, and we're like making, and Day was a part of so much of that with Zoratopia. We're just in it, and we're just making it happen. And oftentimes in experiences, I just think about the shit that I would have wanted to see, and the things that I would want to eat and feel and vibe with, It's really selfish, unfortunately. A lot of it is just about like who I feel is awesome and dope and bringing really incredible things that people aren't seeing. And how can we disrupt these conferences as much as possible and do something different than what you've seen at most conferences, right? And put as many diverse faces in a room is where the goals were for us, because that's what I wanted to see in the space. Yeah. And so that's where it's at for sure. We start with diversity was the key fundamental part of Topia and Zoratopia. Next was fire experiences. So who are the creatives that create really dope music and experiences through their music and are kind of multidimensional in the ways they do it as well. And then third was like, how do I want to feel coming to this event? And I think feeling is the most crucial part for every experience that you have, because feeling is what's going to keep it as a memory, And so when people walked into a Zoratopia, I wanted them to feel free and feel like they could experience and connect with whoever and see amazing art and feel the art and then feel the music on the floor and the bass hitting. And sound was really important to us in the building of Zoratopias. We were like, sound is the number one priority for us. And like, I want you to feel the eruption of sound and the people dancing, and then the food is always crucial for us. The one that we did at NFT NYC was like, I was not playing games about the food, because New York City is like, to me, the home of some of the best food. And I was like, you guys are going to experience good food here. And I think the best experiences are multi-layered and multi-dimensional, and that's what I like to bring. And so experience at the root to me is about the feeling that you leave with.
That's so awesome. And I love that you said creating an experience that you want. I think so many artists, just people in general, you're thinking about, how can I please this person, or what will this person think about my outfit, or like that's the go-to. That's that's where like a world of distractions can lead you down. And really, the most powerful stuff is people making things that they want to see. It's like, hey, look, there was no show with me in it. Look at me now. Riddle me this.
This guy is hilarious.
Riddle me this, how do you, because Twitter is your biggest social following, right? And I feel like that through the NFT scene, that you're, it's not about numbers, but it's about the mentality that goes with it, right? Of doing things that are more public. You know?
What do you mean?
You're just doing things. There's a lot more opportunity for people to see it, or for people to hate on it, or whatever. Like, how do you deal with going through that, of living in an online space or putting yourself out there in an online space? I feel like so many artists struggle with that, like how to find their voice,
Yeah,
right? Or how to live authentically online, or whatever the call to action is. Like, what is it for you? What makes it a tweetable moment, or what makes it? I guess first, how do you navigate the social aspect of it mentally, and then second, what's your gotta get this out there?
I have social media anxiety real bad, and really just recently received it. I have social anxiety, period. But once again, it's back to that fear, just do it thing. And as for social media, I've been on Twitter for so long. I think I've been on Twitter since 2010. So I'm just kind of used to utilizing the tool and not really afraid of saying whatever. I don't really have a formula for what my tweets are. I just kind of, whatever I want to say, I say it. And sometimes it gets me in trouble, whatever. I don't really care. I think I'm at that point where I just whatever. I think it's just my Twitter has become my brainstorm space and my manifesting space, and a place for me to just voice my values and thoughts and opinions, et cetera, and even my place to be wrong and right. And I've come to just appreciate it for that. And then as for Instagram, it's my place to be cute and pretty and give you guys all the wins and all. And then I'm starting to evolve my TikTok recently, and it's about journey and just being on this journey with me. And I kind of just feel like social is an interesting space because it's not real and real all at the same time. And when you find real people like you, it's really rewarding. You feel it's nice to finally meet some real people. And then it's a good reminder of your own integrity, because I believe that people are reflections of each other. And so if I'm meeting you, it's probably because you're a reflection of me at some place. Yeah. And so, yeah, I kind of am working through knowing and trusting what social media is going to offer me, and just allowing myself to be free in it. And I take crazy breaks. Before getting to Denver, I was on a break for 2.5 months off Twitter. Off socials. I deleted every single post on my Instagram at one point, or archived it or whatever. And I kind of just let my spirit tell me when it's time to go back on. You gotta have the detox, because this space could kind of take you on a freaking whirlwind. And if you really care about centering yourself and balancing yourself, you gotta take that time off sometimes.
Yeah, I love that. I want to ask you about, do you journal in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to ask you about your morning routine. I want to ask you about your journaling space.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like what you said about your space to be right and your space to be wrong, right? I feel like having a journaling practice teaches you that you don't have to agree with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a way. Because it's more important to keep your hand moving, or it's more important to get it over with, almost in a way. If it's this habit, it's a workout, you're just I'm just going to get through it. I got to do my reps, So I guess I asked the question and then I talked a lot. But,
it's all good.
But yeah, take me through your morning routine and how do you set yourself up for your day?
So my day starts around 6 a.m. and I start usually either with journaling or meditation, but if I'm tired, I'll start with meditation, and then I'll go to journaling. If I'm not, I'll go to journaling. So journaling, I usually start to write about how I want my day to go. So it's kind of like manifesting what the day could be. Or I'll talk about an affirmation or something to affirm me and get me through the day. Or I'll talk about how shitty something was or whatever. But a lot of my journaling is about the routine of my day and seeing my day beforehand, so that when I go into meditation, I'm prepared to meditate into the day. Sometimes when you go into meditation without like an aim, you're just like there and you're like, all right, but there's nothing really working. And I think meditation is one of the strongest ways to manifest and to create in your world. And it's one of the strongest ways to heal and listen to yourself. And so a lot of my journaling is in tandem with my meditation, and it's kind of directing and aiming me towards my goals. So I start my day with that. Then I go do a workout. And during my workouts, I like to listen to like motivational podcasts. I'm a big Joe Dispenza person, so I'm always listening to Joe Dispenza, who, if you're into meditation and manifestation and supernatural ways of healing and working through stuff, he's the guy for that. He has this really incredible book called Supernatural and talks about how you could literally change your life through your mind. And so I study a lot of his work through my workouts, and it really helps me just really get to the flow. And then middle of the day is like meetings, practice, rehearsals, recording. Yeah, like all the work stuff in the middle of the day. And then I try to end my day around like 8 o'clock if I'm not performing. End my day around 8 o'clock, hang out with my babes, watch some TV, a little bit of mind clearing, or like DJ at night just for like fun, to just get my flow with the music going. And then by 9, I'm in bed reading a book, and 10 I'm asleep.
So wonderful.
I
love.
sick.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I mean, I'm in bed early.
I'm learning to now be in bed early is the best thing for me.
Yeah, I love going to sleep so early.
I like it too. I didn't know I would. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm 3 a.m.
I was all about that life.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, 3 a.m. was fun. It was a fun time because I feel like the spirits come out at 3 p.m. and you're like connecting with some other energies at that time. It's always nice when it's super quiet. That's why I like waking up early, because I think at like 5 even, you get like a nice magic hour of creation. So
Yeah. I'm in a zone. I go through different like phases where I'll wake up and still get that zone.
yeah.
I got a kid, a 2-year-old, so sometimes I'm like literally in bed by like 8 o'clock.
Oh, I love that.
Like, but that also means that like I'll have a full night's sleep by like 3 a.m.
Oh wow! So you up
So
super
I'm
early.
like, oh, like this morning, I was so happy because I slept till like 6 or
Oh,
something like
nice.
that. Like sleeping in, like to me, 6 o'clock,
As a sleep.
I slept in.
I love that.
I slept in. It's almost like, oh no, I'll have 30 to 90 minutes to try to become a human being before my kid wakes up. But so, I mean, they need things.
Yeah, of course.
But I love that you talked about that like kind of magic hour, because there's a quietness, right? There's a psychic space that I cannot do it. Like during 9 to 5, that energy, it's like that. It's like trying to listen to 100,000 FM bands at the same time, which is nice and entertaining, you know, very informative. But
yeah.
get that real quiet space. You're listening to something completely different.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like you're like the only kid in class.
Yeah. Yeah. It is like
The
that.
spirits are like, anybody? Anybody? Who can I harm? It's like, You're the only one around. It's like, we'll all haunt you. You'll be up till tomorrow.
Yep.
So, yeah, I love that you said that. That's super cool.
I don't call it haunting though. I think it's just connection.
Yeah, well.
It depends on who you talking to.
It depends on how many days in a row they wake you up at 3 a.m. It's really like does. After like 9 days, it's like now is your haunting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to sleep. You need to catch up. You need to get that 5:30 a.m. I heard like the Rock say something about waking up at 4:30. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's insane.
4:30 is a good time too. Anywhere between 3 and 5 is actually really good for your psychic energy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm always just trying to be if I'm up before the Rock, I'm feeling good about myself.
Good.
Okay. Okay, I have kind of a personal question for you. Is that okay? All right.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay. So I guess I'm just going to read it because I think it's I love watching you and Ja interact on the timeline and support each other and tease each other. I think it's just such a cool, it's so like wholesome and like pokey and great. It's like a wonderful support thing that you have. How important has it been to be immersed with your partner in this world, and how has that allowed you to make it, not feel so isolated, and really have that strong support system? You're both creators. You're both creating at such a high level. I guess, just why is that important to you, and how does that really like help your process, like having that. Having Web3 in the house, or how does it make it? I don't know. What if you can find a question to answer in there? That'd be great.
John and I are living like parallel lives. Like we're like two trains going like that all the time. And sometimes he does this, and I'm like going over a hill, and but we're always like parallel, and it's so important to both of us to have that, because we both feel like we didn't come up from families that cared about creativity or art, etc. Like both of us have Caribbean families that Ja's family wanted Ja to just do anything. That was great. And my mother specifically wanted me to be a lawyer or a doctor. And so but art was just not really the conversation for me. And for Ja, it was just like, just please get to the next thing. And now we have each other to be that support system in these walks, And Ja has been so intertwined with so much of my creativity, and I have been so intertwined with his. So I won't say like, how do I say this? I won't say like, I don't think Ja can do it without me, or I can't do it without him, but it makes it so much better to have him and for him to be a part of it. And I know he feels the same with me, and I'm forever grateful we found each other and are on this journey together, because it really strengthens us and allows us to be as great as we are.
That's so cool. Thanks for answering that.
Of course.
That's just cool. I think that it's really, it's nice. And I think that so many people are working in the Web3 space alone, or like, do you have people in LA that you're connected with, both in the space and in real life?
We meet people for sure, but it's not like how me and Ja are. And we have our best friends like Angel and T and Greg that live in LA. And so that's like our little crew and collective, Lighthouse, and they call themselves Treehouse now because they live in a different crib. But Dave's laughing. But yeah, we've got a little squad and we just all like show up for each other and support each other. But it's beyond Web3. And I think everything should be beyond Web3. I think Web3 is just a tool for us to expand our consciousness and our abilities to create more.
That's a good soundbite. I like that. We're still rolling on this one. Okay, cool. Okay, here's an interesting one. So you had a really incredible run at Zora, and you did really amazing things. You built super cool stuff, and you've moved on from there, and you're working in your own space now.
Yeah.
You're working to build your own things. So you had. Tell me where you're at with building that infrastructure for yourself, or working within that, and how that's transitioned. I don't want to be like, now that I'm not. I don't want it to be about Zora, basically. You know what I mean? I want it to be about where you're at on the journey of going from becoming even more independent. Because I, from my perspective, you were working independently. You were very independently driven. You were driving something when you were working there. So what's it like working with no net now, or like?
There's never a net, right? Like there's never safety, right? When I took the job at Zora, it was because I believed I had a responsibility to support other artists in getting into this space and working with a platform that cared about similar things that I cared about was probably one of the best ways to do that work at that time. And so leaving Zora, emotionally, it was really hard, I will be honest, because I had taken so much of my energy to be for the community and give so much of my time and everything to the community. And I'm forever grateful that I did that. I am truly a person that if I'm somewhere, I'm there, and this is what it is, and we're going hard here, and that's it. So for the first few months or weeks away from being a community builder in that way, I had to really take space and just get in tune with Latasha again and who Latasha is now. I learned so much in that time, which was incredible, but I didn't assess it because I didn't have time to. I was just going. We didn't have any time to like really understand what the hell we grew. And so the last few weeks have been just really assessing myself again and understanding what Latasha truly values and wants to bring forward into the world. And, I'm so grateful because this time has been about that. Like, I am so in tune in comparison to what I was in the last 2 years. I feel like I could really connect with people. I could really talk to people, see where they at, see where I'm at. And I'm really in tune with what I want to create now. And I'm evolving. Like, I could feel my evolution actually happening. And there's no other place I would rather be right now, And so, shout out to Zora, but really shout out to the next level.
Yeah, let's go. That's cool. Yeah, it's got to be scary in a certain sense, that freedom of building for yourself. I want to talk about Waves. Waves feels different.
Does it?
It hits a little different. It's like more personal. It's a little bit, right? Like you filmed it yourself, right? You edited it yourself. It's at your house, right? You're taking people really close to you. And there's this simultaneous, there's this intimate where you see, it's like your feet are up on the wall or whatever. You're like, yo, this is me. I'm kind of bored. Or like, I don't know what to do, or like whatever. You know what I mean? Whereas in some other videos, you've got a bunch of different wigs and you're like in the camera and you're doing all of this, you're doing all of these other things. It just feels different. is this next album moving in that direction? Is this where you're at as an artist? Is this like, oh, I don't know, like what does that song hit for you different?
I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. And it's very different from everything else from on my project. It's like the only song that's like that on the project. And it's on purpose because I am a multidimensional person. And so the person you saw on Waves is just one character of many other characters that will be coming to life. And so
I'm so excited.
So, yeah, I'm so happy you saw that. I'm so happy you felt the personal connection and all that, because I feel like that character, she is a very personal Latasha. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a very personal Latasha, but also you do the thing that you do. You. I feel like there's a moment in the video where you're like, blah, 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 and then you go like, you like turn on the thing, and you turn on the like flow thing, the like the lightning part, the sparky part, where you're like, hey, it's me in my house, and then you're like, whatever. It's on, the camera's on you up close, a very specific moment that I'm talking about, and then you flip, the flow changes, the beat shifts, and you really like kind of tap in. So I love that. Have fun. You're a theater kid. So for me, I'm going to ask you about that in a second, but for me, like, the one reason I'm asking all this stuff is like, there's so many things that you can possibly pay attention to, right? I'm curious, I'm like, what are you paying attention to that's keeping you focused in this crazy space? Not just like the Twitter world or the NFT world or whatever, but just the world at large. There's so many possible things that you could be doing, you know? Like, what are you doing to stay focused? Like,
I'm focusing on me.
I love it. I'm focusing on me.
I'm minding my business and focusing on me. That's literally it. That's all you can do. And everything else will come to you if you just focus on yourself.
Oh, a little louder for the people in the back.
You were asking me how I built that thing for Waves, if you care to answer that question.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, what camera rig, and what was that process like? Did you know that you wanted to shoot, edit, and direct yourself, or did you direct yourself too? Or?
Yeah, Ja helped me because we were like amp about just doing a video before the end of the year, and I was announcing that I was leaving Zora and going back into music full time. So we were like, yeah, let's just do this. And we didn't have a snorri cam, which is the one that you put on your body. So we actually like strapped the tripod onto my body for the first part of the video, and then we bought a snorri cam because we were like, this is insane. But it was really fun. Like, shout out to Angel, who like took these scarves and belts and wrapped it all over my body, and then that's how we first did the first few shots of the video, and then the rest was with the snorri cam.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
How important is DIY to you? Yeah, I guess is that like is that vibe important to you? It's such a scrappy space. You have to do so many things yourself.
Yeah, it's exhausting, but after it's finished, it's amazing. You know. Yeah. It's exhausting a little, but after it's done, you're so like fulfilled.
Yeah.
And you're like, it was worth it. You know, you just got to keep doing it. I'm a huge DIY kid, but I'm very grateful for when support is around and always calling for more of it.
Yeah. So take me. You said you told me you're a theater. I had something in my eye, so I couldn't talk right.
It's okay. It's all good.
Tell me you're a theater kid.
Yep.
What is? Did you do plays and stuff in school?
Yeah, I wrote plays in college. That was my thing, and I used to also do improv and acting, drama classes, stuff like that.
So do you approach? Hold on, is Tosh 55 like there's 55 of you?
I'm not saying anything else.
Oh my gosh, I figured it out.
It's so funny.
55 Latashas. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so many.
This guy is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Dang. Hold on, let's wait.
I love how you're trying to crack the code of Tosh 55. And I love how we're not going to let you get into it yet.
That's cool. I'm totally fine with it. I'm not gonna ask.
Are you
anyone.
sure?
Yeah, I'm not crying. You're fine. Yeah. Perfect timing. I'm crying, so we gotta hold for a second.
You're okay.
That's when I showed up. I knew it was time.
yeah, exactly.
I saw your signal this time.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. No, it won't. You got to lock the top.
Lock this up.
Yeah. Okay, we talked about. Oh, I want to ask you. You did a creative retreat.
I've done many
creative retreats. Yeah, like let me catch a vibe on the creative retreats. Are you organizing those, or are you?
I did 2 last year.
Okay.
No, the year before last. We did 2. One in Jamaica.
Hold on, just 1 second. Hey, sorry, we're recording.
Oh, you started again. Sorry.
Yeah, all good. Tell me about your creative retreat.
We did 2 incredible creative retreats. One in Desert Hot Springs for my upcoming projects, and then one in Jamaica for my upcoming projects too. And it was really dope. Desert Hot Springs was more like centered around visual. And so we did a lot of photography. I had these crazy costumes. We were in this crazy house that was just, I can't even explain the house. It was just insane, this house. And it was like super in tune. We all got on shrooms and looked at the sky for way too long. And I saw a shooting star for the first time, which was really dope. But I got all my gang together to just come together and work on this project together with me. And it was really, really fun. And then we went to Jamaica. My father, who passed away, sadly, is partially Jamaican. He's Jamaican. And I wanted to just tap back in with the soil of Jamaica and get in tune with something there, especially with all the chaos that was happening that year of 21. It was just so much, and I was like, I just got to get to a Latasha space. And that was really incredible. We had people like Heno come and do some music, and he helped me with some writing for some stuff, and Seg, and like some of the most incredible artists were in there. Day wrote in there too. It was really fun. And we just would wake up every morning and look at the beach, because we were right on the beach in Jamaica, and just go and create. And it was so wonderful. And shout out to Zora and the Ocelots for sponsoring that, because, man, that was something I needed bad. And now all that material, we're actually working on it for Tosh 55.
So you created it. So, oh my gosh. If you don't want to know more, if you've made it this far and if you aren't drool emojiing over this, man, wow, that's super cool. Let's see. What would you onboard a lot of people?
I do.
Yeah, it's important to you to.
It was important to me, yes.
It was important to you. It was something that was a priority in what you were doing.
Yeah.
What do you say to people when you're bringing them into the space, or when people, I guess specifically when you're bringing someone into the space, or if somebody's watching this and they're kind of a little curious, what advice would you have for them, or what would you say? I guess advice would be good. You know, for someone who was looking, curious about the space, you know, didn't know.
I'd start with where's your mind? Like, where's your mind at in life right now?
Yeah.
And where's your spirit at right now in life? Are you ready for evolution? Are you ready for experimentation? Are you okay with losing? Are you okay with winning? I'd kind of start with those questions. I used to always ask people about where their mind is first, but I think really important to ask where people are with risk and with experimentation. If I could redo it all over again, that's where I would ask right now. Because some people aren't ready for evolution. Some people aren't ready for experimentation. Some people are super scared of all of that stuff. And so I would start there. And then if they are like, yeah, be like, okay, take like 10 days to really, really ask yourself those questions and write about why you are. And then bring some art to Web3 if you want to. I would start there.
That's so cool. That's super cool. I think it's not a natural, nobody's been raised to be good at Web3.
No.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
No.
But but the thing is to do.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
You have to just do, and you have to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And keep going and keep tapping in.
Mm-hmm.
Or completely unplug. And then
come back
see,
when you
and
want
then
to.
see what.
Or don't come back. It will come to you.
It will. You know, before this, I was telling, the last conversation that I had was, I'm going to take a break from Web3 events this year. That's what I was like, I really need to focus on the grass that I can see in front of me.
Love that.
You know what I mean?
Love that.
And then exactly what you were saying earlier, you know, it's like, oh, this opportunity comes up, and it's like, oh, well, this is where I want to be, right? Like, I want to be in here, but it's confusing to be carrying a machete in the forest, you know, in the unkempt ground, and like, where do I make a trail?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself as a trailblazer?
I set fires for sure. Like, I create big fires in places, and then hopefully people will follow those fires if it helps them. You know, that's all I'll say.
Are you a trailblazer? It's like, I light fires. I never really thought about trailblazing in that way.
People
you know?
say it. I'm always grateful for the statement. I just feel like I'm just figuring things out just like everybody else and experimenting, and I'm grateful to be seen as a trailblazer and a pioneer. But I think we're all trailblazers and pioneers to some extent of something in life, you know? We're all exploring some shit, you know? And if you're living, you are definitely exploring some shit and doing something probably before anybody else, hopefully. So I'm just me doing me.
All right, cool. Last question. Last question. Okay. How has this space pushed you to evolve? And where are you at with testing that experimentation?
I don't know if this space has...
I'm referring specifically to what you would say to somebody entering the space.
Okay, got you.
Right? Like in that way. Like,
Yeah.
you ask that question because something in you has experienced that, or I'm sort of assuming that, or pressing that on you. I don't know. But
yeah. I guess for me, I ask the question one more time.
okay, cool. Let me try to find it. Let me try to find out what the question is. How has the way that the space encourages and rewards experimentation affected your creative process?
Beautiful. Okay. I have been so able to tap into more parts of me because of this world that I've stepped into and people that I've connected with and the tools that I've been utilizing. I have, received a lot of abundance out of this space, but beyond the monetary abundance, I've received so much joy out of the people I connect with and collaboration creatively, and just ideas are everlasting here. But I think that would have been anywhere too, to be honest with you. I'm just grateful that it's this one. But I think what people have to realize is that Web3 is going to come to them. It's not gonna be a thing that you gotta like force yourself into. Especially the future of it is looking like it's just gonna be about being embedded into our systems, and we're not gonna even know it. That's how you onboard the next billion.
Yeah, for sure. I love that you can sign up to some things and like with just an email address, and it doesn't. I mean, really, every social, like Facebook has stars now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. It's a centralized thing or whatever it is. But we were already moving in this. We were moving in this direction. But this is like sort of like, you ever see those cars with like a clear hood or something like that? Like you're seeing all the gears moving in what we're in what's being built here. So just like interesting to have that, and to have it where it's a little bit more like a 1970 Ford rather than like the cars that you get now. It's like you could tinker with this one. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, it's a lot more to play with.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to want to play. And I don't know if everybody got the time to play like we do, or want to make the time to play like we do. I think some people just want to eat, get some money, have a good time sometimes, take care of their kids, and travel a little bit.
What is that like? Is it contagious?
I don't think everybody wants to explore what the frontier is or the future looks like before everybody else. That's why we have people setting fires.
Yeah. I love that we're doing this in this like super old pioneer
Western house. Right?
Yeah,
It's really
it's kind of
interesting.
cool. Yeah. There's a vibe in here for sure.
Yeah, definitely. As I'm sitting here, I feel a lot of energy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Is there anything? I'm so excited for Tosh 55. I don't know if it's an album or
You don't need to know anything.
or literally like a hole in the ground that I need a secret password to get into,
That's
and
exactly
then I walk
what
5 miles. And then when I get, if I know the secret, if I can remember the secret knock and don't get the spikes through my foot or the arrows, it's like Indiana Jones.
No, we wouldn't do all that to y'all. I don't want to get sued now. But it will be something to explore.
All right, you heard it here. Maybe not first. You heard it here. Look, this is the first time this has ever been said on this couch. So that's where you heard it. We're live-ish from Denver, and I'm Sky Bravo, and this is Latasha, of course. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.